I'm Hunter.
I'm Rebecca.
I'm Caitlin. I'm Nessa.
This is the Family Showdown!
Episode ever. Nathan!
Wow, that was a lot of talking without saying anything.
Someone fire my IT guy.
Hey, we're trying new things and they're not working.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
So whoever in the chat or in the comments who can read lips,
Yeah, go back and rewind that.
reiterate what we just said. No, so here it is. I'll start all over again.
I can do that too.
Hi, guys.
2019.
So,
Let's revisit
at the end of the year, every year, for the last 3 or 4 years, we do our top 10 games of the year.
We do.
We do.
Check that out.
But, we haven't played a lot, usually, and this is a precursor to my caveat.
Oh, wow. We have a caveat to the caveat?
A precursor
This is getting ridiculous.
A precursor to the caveat.
Oh,
So, most times when the year ends, there's still a lot of games we haven't played that are still coming out. New games.
oh yeah, there's like 5,000 games a year. Okay, we did not play 5,000 games.
But this year, at least for me, I don't know. I know my hard list. I know about my list. We didn't play a lot of more 2019 games after the start of the year, for obvious reasons.
2020.
So, although there's a shuffling of the games on my list, there's not a lot of change on my list.
I have no idea because somebody's like, you can't look at our list. And I'm like, fine. Be that way. I'm curious.
But we did play a couple 2019 games recently.
We did.
And I was like, ooh, I forgot how much I like these games. So I actually audited my list. I had my list done. We played some of the games.
You audited or you edited, Mr. Accountant? Because
I audited and then edited.
Oh dear.
Sorry, audit just
work on
flew
the
out.
brain.
Audit,
That was funny.
Audit
I like
just
that.
flew right out of my mouth.
I like that.
My
Accounting
my
with Hunter.
CPA is showing. Huh?
Your CPU is showing. No.
CPU.
Acronym.
But I'm curious because Rebecca's list.
I'm a loose cannon, baby.
Exactly. Rebecca's lists are whatever mood she happens to be in. So what kind of mood are you in? Sometimes she's in a heavy game mood. Sometimes she's in a light game mood. Just depends on what kind of mood she's in.
her
list.
I think this is a semi. Well, am I normal? Normal for me. I think it's a nice, well-rounded list. It's got a little heavy, got a little light, mostly medium.
Mine's mostly heavy.
No one's surprised.
All right, let's jump in. Sorry about the audio.
So what I did say before too, I did say, hey, Nathan has his top 10 list ready. The rest of you jump on board with that. Get on that bandwagon. None of you can read lips. Apparently, you need to get on that too, because you never know if you're gonna be able to hear us. Just saying.
You ready?
Oh yes, I'm ready.
Wow.
I'm tired.
I'm sparse.
You're sparse? What?
I'm sporting my scruffy Corona beard.
Yeah, what's the deal? Why do you even bother shaving? It's
I
not
don't
like you
know.
show up on your video calls or anything at work. You should just grow like full mountain man. Do it. Come on, we'll put a poll in the chat. Tell him. Yes, do it.
All right, let's do this. All right. let's start off with my number 10. Oh, I can talk a lot about my number 10.
You guys, unfortunately, they can hear us now.
Wow.
Hey, watch it, James. I saw that normal for someone who teaches Latin. There is no such thing as normal for that. That's
My number 10 is Maracaibo.
Maracaibo.
So,
Why?
this is
Tell us.
very disappointing for it to be this low on my list.
Oh.
When I heard what this game was about, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is going to be like my favorite game of the year. So we got pirate, deck building, Euro game with story. What?
'Tis glorious.
What just happened?
'Tis glorious.
Well, it is pirate deck building Euro. Not so much story. The story mode was so disappointing. So disappointing.
Yeah, it started out good. But then it got very samey very fast.
Yes.
To the point where now I think we said, meh, we're just going to read the cards. Did we
did-
do that? We actually did that?
We
actually did that.
We played 5 times and it was like, I'm not feeling like we're progressing. I'm not feeling change. I'm not feeling a story here. We said, oh, let's see what happens. But the game itself
Is awesome.
is a really great game. I enjoy the deck building.
Yep.
I enjoy the race aspect. I love the resource management. There's a lot of cool things going on in this game.
It's
It has
true.
2 different things you can do. You can kind of go around the board and kind of turn in resources and build up your thing, or you can go on this like exploration thing and do get stuff through that. It has one of my favorite things in Euro games. You're going to see this later on. Is where you when you upgrade things on your player board and you become more powerful. So
It's so cool. I like the way they do that too.
the game
Like, it's
is
so fun.
really solid, but the story is like you can just take that and throw it in the trash. Well, you can't throw it in the trash because you need the story.
No, I was like, you wouldn't do that. You just take all the cool cards out of it and shuffle them
well,
all
no,
in. and,
you when you play without the story, you pick one of the scenarios and play it individually. So
Okay.
and we talked about this after we played. Man, I'm talking about this a long time.
That's okay because it needs to be talked about, people.
So,
This is a discussion.
so at the end, we decided the way the game's designed, you could build your own scenario.
You know, you really
You could take all the pieces that you have from the campaign, and you could build your own scenario based on those pieces.
That'd be pretty cool, actually.
But it comes with several that you can play.
Has anyone done that on like BGG yet or anything?
I haven't looked, but I've
That'd
seen
be-
I've seen it would be pretty easy to make a scenario. Just put different things on the board, different pieces on the board, and
I'm going to add commentary because I want to encourage this. I like this. So Nathan picked Dungeon Academy. That's also a game we haven't played, if I recall.
no, we haven't played Dungeon Academy.
It's a fast, simple roll and write.
That's why we haven't
it.
played.
There you go. Not deep, still fun. Ooh, me likey. See, that's the thing. I don't like the roll and write part of it, but I like some of the concepts for
I
games
am
and
just
stuff.
I just cannot
like that.
get into roll and write. I went to a job that requires me not to write very often. I don't want to write when I play
That's
games.
true. When you were getting your master's, you griped a lot. I have to write like a 2-page paper,
Oh
and I'm
my
like,
gosh.
wah.
Ugh, I don't
I
like
wrote those
writing.
for warm-ups for class.
All right, that's the longest number 10 I think in the history of our show.
That's what it is.
All right, where's the number 9?
My number 10.
10, yeah.
It's my number 10, dude. Math.
Sorry.
Mine might come as a surprise to you.
No,
No? Doesn't
because
come
you
as a
said you want me to buy this game for you.
Okay. All right, then it's not a surprise. My number 10 is Draftosaurus. Oh my goodness. Okay, so back in the days when you could camp, not catch infectious diseases and things, some lovely humans like introduced this game to me, and I love it. There's just something. Okay, I like dinosaurs, whatever, but this is so cute too. It's just a little tiny drafting game with absolutely adorable dinosaurs, and if I remember correctly, you just had like a little die, and then it's like you have to like it's either include or exclude like that aspect of it, and you have to draft them, and you only have a certain number of slots that they'll fit into. So you're trying to like maximize how many you can draft and get, you know, most points as possible. And I adored it. I thought it was a lot of fun. It was a cute game. I love the pieces. It's just like the production's good, the game's good, solid. It's fun. It's easy to teach. And Hector, why do you say? Oh, you corrected that. I was like, why isn't it nice? Did you lose? What is that? But yeah,
Yeah, this game was cute.
It was just so cute, and it's one of the I really want to play it again, and I want to say, did Nessa play it with us too?
Yes.
I was gonna say I can't remember if Katie was camping with us that time, but I know Nessa played it with us. I thought, and she enjoyed it too. I mean, it's just it's one of those. It's pretty easy to teach to people, and I think it's a great little intro drafting game. It's adorable. So that's my 2 cents about draft.
I give it a man.
Need to have extra
What was
pen
that?
caps stacked on this so I can just throw them at will.
My number 9 will appear much, much later on someone else's list, but it made my list.
Uh-huh.
And that is Res Arcana.
Yeah,
Arcana?
baby.
Arcana.
It's probably Res Arcana, but if you want to say the Latin, like classically, it's Res Arcana.
What did you just say?
I just said it classically. It's like the old school. No one says it like that. Yeah, I get it. Oh man. Why?
Res
You
Arcana
asked.
it's a cool
Oh.
it's like Res Arcana is almost like someone took a micro game and then made it a little bit more, because when you play this game, if you play drafting or not, you're gonna get you end up with 8 cards, and that's your entire deck you're playing with the whole game.
And it's
so when you're drafting, you have to go, okay, what cards work well together, what cards, I can't give her this card because
hate draft.
it's going to give her a crazy combo. And then once you get your cards, that's your kind of your engine. It does tableau building, and you draft places of power that give you effectively another card to work with. You draft a special ability every turn that you get to use. It's just a really neat little game. It flies. I mean, it's like 30 minutes, 2 players.
Which is funny because it's so much game, you don't realize that it goes that quickly.
Right, that's what I mean. It feels it's almost like a micro game, but it feels so much heavier than that.
It really ramps up quickly. Great pacing.
Resource management, tableau building, engine building. It's got like packs of punch.
It does. Okay.
But we'll talk about it much, much more.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Much later.
Don't know what you're talking about. Interesting.
This is you.
Oh, hey, it's me! This is probably going to be talked about later.
No.
Really? Lies. My number 9. Reavers of Midgard. Don't everyone fall over in shock now. But I like this game. It's like a cleaned up, simplified version of Champions of Midgard.
It's not simplified. It
is. If you think about Champions of Midgard now, with all the expansions and nonsense, it covers this game table, which is ginormous. You can't compare
one base game to all the expansions of another game.
Tomatoes. Anyway, apples, oranges. Yes, I see where you're going here. But it's basically the game, okay? Hush. At its heart, it's a little champion, okay? So, pun intended. Yeah. Reavers of Midgard, though, I don't know. I like the streamlined feel of it. I like the way they do it. I don't feel as punished. I feel like I can do more with the dice without having to have the expansions.
There's lots of ways to mitigate the dice.
There's a lot of stuff to mitigate with it. It's just really good. And if you know anything about Champions of Midgard, or if you don't, I should say, this is dice drafting, dice placement.
Kind of.
Not.
Kind of.
Sort of.
No,
because you're.
It's really dice or resources.
Yeah, and but you're collecting all this stuff, building up your little engine, go out fighting stuff, getting victory points, winning the day. And
yeah, but it has one thing that you like. When you go out to fight, like in Champions, if you play the base game, you take some dice, you roll them, and you hope you do well. You can have rerolls. There's ways to do rerolls, which is mitigate what you're doing. But in Reavers, when you go out to fight, there's 2 ways to fight. You can fight using strength and rolling dice, or you can get a certain combination of dice faces, and you get just defeated automatically.
There's a chance. So you're saying
there's
a chance. It's like I have sort of a chance. Have I got? I'm sure I have. I'm sure I've gotten the combos at some point to do it. You didn't look very hopeful.
I like rolling for combat.
Yeah. So I didn't. I don't know. It's just nice to have more options, if that makes more sense. I felt like I had a fighting chance in that game. Pun intended again.
Ugh.
But the.
Let's move on. My number 8. My number 8 is a tapestry. Tapestry.
Weave that tapestry.
Tapestry. So this one.
Uh-oh. Nathan crashed. I was wondering where our number 9 was.
Yeah, I tapestry. You're distracting
Yep.
me. You're distracting me.
Sorry, I'm looking. Oh, I have a number 9 from Zeris, too. Okay, anyway, go ahead.
Can I talk?
No, you can talk.
How about we do their number 9s after I do mine?
Wow. This is number 8, dude. Just saying.
Wow, you. I'm gonna sit over here. So tapestry, I was saying, this one reminds me a lot of Maracaibo because I came in. This was like ultra hype, crazy hype, hype on top of hype, some more hype. Open up the box and hype flies out of it.
It did.
And so I was like psyched up. I was like, let's do this. But it's a great game, but did not meet the hype for me because it's really, in the grand scheme of things, it's just a giant tech tree.
Yeah.
It's just one bit, not even a tech tree. It's not a tree. It's a tech line. So it
is that the? No.
You can't branch off. It's just one line.
Never mind.
So it seems like that the combat on the board, the area control on the board, was almost like an afterthought.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing is building up these different techs, or whatever, not all tech, but military and science and things like that. You're just building it up, and the stuff on the board it didn't feel like really conquering and controlling and fighting. It's very abstracted, like crazy abstracted.
Yeah.
It's like you just win unless someone has a card to stop you from winning.
Yeah.
And then you lose. there's nothing. It's very binary. There's not any kind of rolling or cards or there's not really even strategies like, okay, do I think she has a trap card or not a trap card?
Yeah.
And I enjoy that. I like it. I like almost the logistical feel of it. Of okay, if I go up on this tech, then it might help me go up on this other one. And if I do this one, it may give me a chance. Science may give me a thing over here, and it's kind of almost like a logic puzzle. And it just really doesn't feel like a Civ game to me.
Yeah, it doesn't. You're right. It's like, okay, I can see there's someone sort of discussed theme.
Yeah.
And then they're like, it's good enough.
But that said, it's my number 8. But I was expecting it to be like a way up the list, like crazy, like blow me away. This is super amazing, and not so much.
Now Hawk Skull's trying to make it punny. That's why it's called Tapestry, because tech tree. But I'm thinking it's called Tapestry because they put this false front, a tapestry, as it were, of a theme.
But it's supposed to be that you're weaving the tapestry of your civilization.
We're weaving a load of BS to try to concentrate on this game here. Okay.
What's your number 8? I sound like I hate my 10 and 8.
I know you do, Mr.
8, but I love these games.
He's like, these games suck.
It's just my expectations were here. What actually happened is down here, and that's still good enough to make my list, but...
Cool.
Meh.
Cool.
Meh.
Right. Oh, hold on. I'm curious because let's see here, before I go to my number 8, because Zara says vinyl for number 1. I have not played that.
Vinyl? No.
I haven't
I heard about it. I haven't
played
played
Worker placement with a different theme. Ooh. See, that sounds pretty cool. So, like it. It's in your top 10. That's a good sell. Vinyl, yeah. And then, let's see here. Technical difficulties. Yeah, that's us. Oh, Zeros is back, number 8. Okay. All right. We'll come back to those. All right.
Oh, my goodness.
I like this.
You're like living in the chat tonight.
I am. It's cool. I like it. Oh, Nathan brought up his number 9. No expansions. I'm just kidding. You can have it. If there's expansions are allowed, Gloomhaven, Forgotten Circles. That's pretty cool. And then if not, Isle of Cats. Ooh, good one. Good.
Isle of Cats 2019?
Yeah, it's on my short list. I'll cheat and let you know that.
All right. Go for it. Do it.
Sure.
Do your night.
Yeah, it's right there.
Come on. We're going to be here for like 5 hours.
What's wrong with that? You got somewhere to be?
Yes.
No, you don't. Lies.
Wow. So much hate.
No, it's not hate. It's not hate. What? It's not hate.
Hey, look, it's your number 8.
It is my number 8. It's Rome. It's a cute little game. And
like
it's not Rome. It's not because...
R-O-M-E?
No, it's not R-O-M-E, Rome. It's R-O-A-M, as in wandering, like my attention span tonight. But
yes. Oh my gosh, you're all over the map.
Push you. But this game, again, you can't beat Lockett's just awesome artwork. Love his artwork. But this is a cool one of his little games where he took the characters in the world that he's been building with some of his bigger games, took it and did kind of a little abstracted game with it. And this one's fun because you're doing like an area control with it, and everybody's vying for control of an area. And once we fill it up with as many like dudes on a map sort of thing, once we fill it up, it kind of fires off like my brain just trying to think of which game it is. You get up to the max and then it wow,
no idea what you're talking about.
Totally blanked on what the name of that game is. But anyway, once you reach the number of people that you're supposed to, you divvy it up, see who's first place and who's second place, and you get benefits and victory points. And one person, whoever wins, has the most people in that. The majority gets the tile and whatnot. And I like it. It's pretty easy to teach, I think. It's a nice little quick game to throw down. It takes up quite a bit of table space for what it is. I was surprised at how much space it kind of takes up. But it's kind of nice because you have a tableau of, everything laid out, whatnot. And again, you can't beat the art. It's beautiful. I love it. If you haven't, you need to test out Rome. It's a lot of fun. You liked it. Hush.
It's alright.
Yeah, whatever.
It's alright.
Whatever. Number 8, Extraordinary Adventures Pirates. Yes! We have that one. Yes, Extraordinary Adventures Pirates. That's a cute game. That's a good one. That's cute. Number 8, Wingspans. Number 8. What?
Alright, my number 7. My number 7
That's
is Escape Plan. Escape Plan. So this one came out like right at the first of the year, so this kind of got buried in the
and all the hype train
so
of everybody else.
It kind of gets forgotten. It's a 2019 game, and I really enjoyed it. I really want to play it again. We haven't had a chance to play it in a long time since the first of the year.
It's true. So what do you do to escape?
First of last year.
What do you do to escape?
But basically you stored your money throughout the city. You stashed all your money. You're like a gangster guy. And so you have to go around to your different areas, different stores, and get your money back. But all the while, the cops are closing in.
Dun, dun, dun!
And your exits are opening to get out of the city and before you get caught, and then they start closing.
Well, yeah, because they've been barricaded. Hello!
And then you basically try to gather up as much loot as you can, and then get out of the city. If you don't get out of the city, guess what? You lose. You cannot. You don't score. So if you don't get out of the city, you get 0 points. So, I didn't get out of the city.
It may or may not have been hilarious.
I just had to get a little bit more loot. I'm just like, pressure luck. It's like almost like a pressure luck aspect.
Why, yes it is. And what do we always hear like a broken record, Mr. I can go back and get a little bit more.
And this game's really cool because there's a lot of cool stuff you can do. You can go around and collect keys. And actually have in the game, they have little metal keys that you get to open up lockers to get some of your money. You go to some stores and basically rough up the store guys to get your money.
Ridiculous.
And
so ridiculous.
Moving through the cops is almost like a puzzle.
Oh my gosh!
Like 3 different.
It is a puzzle.
And it's kind of Euro in the fact that each little cop is a little bit different. And there's different ways to get through past them. You can get a helicopter. You can go up the river to shortcut to other places. It's a really cool game. It's really thematic.
It really is.
Which what blows my mind about Lacerda games, for me anyway, is that as heavy as they are, all the mechanisms and all the things going on and the depth of the games, they seem really thematic for a Euro game. Probably the most thematic heavy Euro game.
They do.
Period.
It's crazy.
Anyway, that's it. That's my number 7. Escape
7.
Plan.
Very cool. I like how you said that. All right, my number 7 is Glenmore 2 Chronicles. Okay. I'm glad we played this again because we played it and I loved it, but for some reason I didn't remember.
You really liked it the first time I played it.
Yeah. Love this game. It does a lot of things that I really like with it. So with the board, you put the different tiles of things, and it's kind of an engine builder again. I like those a lot. And you got cool resource bits and stuff. The production on it is really cool. But you've got this nice square board, and you put the tiles out in such a way that you're replenishing them as you move around the board. So you kind of keep going in a square, and they keep filling in, and you go through the different eras. I don't know if they're eras, ages. What are they? Rounds. The era rounds. You know the drill. Every time there's like 4 rounds, and there's tiles get better as you keep going around, of course.
Right.
Or square. How do you say around? A square? As you keep going a square.
You go around the block, and it's a square. Rectangle.
Ours kind of is. Around.
No, most blocks are rectangle.
That's true. That's really stupid. It really should
I go
be a square.
around the block.
That's, you know what? I designate that a square. So when you go a square.
Now you're inventing words.
I am, but this one's logical, okay?
My
Makes
words
sense.
are very logical too.
No, they're not. They're nonsense. So, the tiles, though, are neat. So you'll go and you'll move, but it's whoever's last is the person that's going to go. So you're always catching up. So it's possible that if you're far enough back behind everyone, you might get to go twice. Again, it's kind of a cool catch-up thing. But there's also I don't want to call him a dummy player, but kind of is, this stupid die.
You don't have to use it for 3 and 4 players.
That's true. For 3, I say stupid because the dumb thing rolls and then takes one of your tiles.
Yeah, it's
he's
like a dummy
person.
player that's going and destroying tiles, basically.
And I'm just like, don't do this. You always inevitably take the one I was like, oh, I could use that. So I quit planning ahead because the die was breaking my heart. But it's cool because you take that tile and then you're going to go, and it's also tile placement, so depending on where you put it, you can fire off things, and you have little dudes that you're going to have, and you want to kind of spread them out. Well, there's strategy to this, right? You spread them out because if you want to use them and actually have them fire off, you have to have them touching, or they can be diagonal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Touching in some way to the tile that you're putting down, and then you can have them all fire off, anything that's touching it. It's really cool. Like, a whole chain reaction goes off. Or you can also have a whole bunch of little people in your castle area, which of course is not, after a while, you've built all around that. But that's where your victory points lie at the end of each round.
Well, one of the scorings, yes.
Well, yeah, one of the scorings. But it's a good scoring, you have to admit.
Yeah, you have to choose whether you're going to have the ability to have more options to expand, or you bring all your guys home and score a bunch of points at the end of the round.
Or be like me and just get all your guys out so that you have enough to sit there parked in the castle and then spread the other guys out and be like, okay, guys, we got this covered. But it's so much fun, and I really enjoy it. I like the engine building with it. It's relatively easy to learn, I think, compared to some of the others. For a heavy...
It's still a pretty heavy game.
Oh, no, it is. It's not, but it doesn't feel like it's got a lot of clunk to it. Sometimes it's like, well, you do this, but only if you do this, and only... It doesn't seem to have anything like that. It's pretty streamlined rules, and I liked that a lot. So,
and we played with 2 of the Chronicles, which were kind of fun. It tricked it up a little bit. So basically why it's called Chronicles, basically you have the base game Glenmore, which I guess is very similar, if not exactly the same as the original Glenmore, and then they have these 8 Chronicles that are modular expansions, and you can throw as many of those in as you want to the game. And we played with the first 2 this time, and they were fine. They made the game... Give you something else to do. Yeah. There was like a boat race, and what was the other one? Oh, King of the Mountain.
King of the Mountain. We always called it King of the Mountain.
It's actually called Highlander, There Can Only Be One.
Yeah, it's actually called that. How they got away with that, I don't know. But that's fantastic. But yeah, we called it King of the Mountain because it looks like a little golf course hill. Yeah, it's like going over the top of it. It's just a green little wooden hill. It was just hilarious. But yeah. It is actually called the Highlander.
Yeah, it's basically like free parking. So in Monopoly,
it is.
If you play the free parking wrong in Monopoly, where you add stuff to it, if you pass over the mountain, you had to put a resource or a coin there, but you can choose to stop on the mountain and collect everything that's there. So, and then there's a boat race. The other one's a boat race. So instead of how you have those people, we talked about those people. You move around the board. Instead of moving your people around, you have this little boat that you can race around this big track and pick up resources and stuff. So.
Yep.
There you have it.
The boat race was funny.
And this one's new. We got this after we made our list.
Oh, is it? Okay. Well, it's good to know that something will be new on my list for sure. So let's see here. Nathan has number 8, Tussie Mussy. Aw. Let's see here. That is, I've heard nothing but good things about that. Zeris has for number 7, Men at Work. I have wanted to play that one because it sounds really hilarious to me. Anybody else? Oh, lots of puns on Glenmore too. Glenn Harder, Glenn Less, Glenn. You guys are dumb.
Who is Glenn?
Yeah, who is Glenn and why? Why is he chronically? Oh man, no, that's good stuff. That's good. Oh, number 6. Oh, what?
All right, my number 6 is a reprint, so it's kind of a cheat, but I had never played the original. I played the reprint of the original, but I never played the
this
original.
was showing up on your list.
So there's number 6 is Dune.
That tells you about the games that are above that. If that's a number 6 for you, because you
Yeah,
were like, I love Dune. Dune's my new best friend. BFFs. It's my pillow at night. Anyway.
No, not quite that much. It's a fun game though. I really enjoy it. So I played it. Played it twice. I played it once at a convention.
Technically, you played it 3 times.
Well, I played Rex, but that's not, I don't know if that counts as a play because you guys were like
Zombies.
checked out about halfway through the game. So I played Dune at a convention, which was really fun. We actually played it twice because
That's right.
I won the first game in like half an hour because I guess new people didn't know what was going on and they let me win.
They were like, he's a noob. Let him.
So I played it twice
be.
at the convention. I won the first game. I didn't win the second game. And then
That'll teach you.
And then I played it up at Madness, a local game store with Paul. He's not in chat tonight, but we played it with Paul and a bunch of his gamer friends, his game group. And that was really fun too. That was a great play. I enjoyed it. So I love it. It's very asymmetrical. Everyone has different powers, different win conditions, different ways to play. I enjoy games where you sit down and you have your race, your class, your role, or whatever in front of you, and you're like, okay, my strategy is going to be completely different for the most part than her strategy. So
mine is to lose terribly. Beat that.
That's well, at least you'll be good at that strategy. So I love it. I prefer Dune over Rex. Dune is very thematic. It has to do with, if you've seen the movie or read the books, it's got all the Bene Gesserit and the Atreides and Harkonnen and the Emperor and all the Spacing Guild and all those things. And what they're doing is very thematic. The way they play is very thematic. The Emperor is like crazy rich. The Spacing Guild gets tons of money for sending people down to the planets, and the Fremen just pop up everywhere. They're easy to bring out more and more people.
Those wacky.
So it's very thematic. The Rex, although it has the same mechanisms, they just have random like Twilight Imperium world. I don't know what the world is called, but they have
Twilight Imperium.
No, there's the actual name of that
Murgatroyd
universe.
Prime.
No, there's a name of that universe. I don't know what it is because I don't. So basically, it has all those different races, and they're kind of thematic. But once you play the Dune version, you're like, oh, that's why that race does that, and that's why this race does that, and stuff like that. So I love it. It's a good one. It's kind of a longer game. It's kind of a time commitment unless you win in a couple of rounds.
Everyone's wondering when Nessa's going to beat you at Dune.
I don't know.
We've already discussed that, especially during quarantine, that she's learning enough like beyond family weight now that we should start training her to play the heavy stuff.
Yeah, 1846.
So we have a third player.
1846 is queued
Yep,
up.
there you go.
There it is, number 6, Dune, a reprint of Rex, which is a reprint of Dune.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. People, make up your mind. Come on. All right. My number 6 has been mentioned before.
Oh, it's higher on your list.
It is a little bit higher.
Probably.
No, it's not, because I won. I told you winning conditions definitely does not set my top 10, or else everyone would be like a 10. But my escape plan happened to be better than Hunter's, just saying.
A little bit better, yes.
But no, it's fun, and it's all about like having your connections. You got to keep good with your fellow criminals because they'll help you keep the openings, open before the cops close in on you, and you got more outs to get out of town. And I had better connections. What can I say? My criminal underground was far superior to Hunter's criminal underground. He's not a good criminal. Just saying.
No, I'm really good. I'm really good at collecting the money.
And then sucks at everything
I'm
else.
not very good at escaping the cops.
He'd be a good criminal accountant.
Yes, that's it. It's like I wanted to bring in the money with no plan of getting away
You're like,
with it.
now what do I do?
I kind of like in the Adventurers where you got carrying all the treasure and you can't move. Oh, I'm not able to get out of town with all this money.
The boulder rolls over you. Yeah, that's kind of what happened. No, it is crazy thematic. Well, certain games, he's not kidding. I mean, that one was probably as far as theme, the most fun for the theme because
it's whimsical.
Don't even. It is not whimsical. It's honestly kind of stressful because when you start getting closed in on, it's stressful. You have to puzzle your way out, and it's like, how am I going to get around? And then somehow, because I got the good connections, I made it. Whew, skin of my teeth, just whoop right through. No, it is like nail biting, trying to get through that stuff at the end of the game because, man, once the alarm sounds and it's like game over, you're trying to race through, and you feel like there's a timer going, even though
Yeah,
there's
the
not.
last-
I mean,
Yeah, when we
how do you do that in a heavy Euro game?
Yeah, really. Because when you got out, when we played, I was stuck, and I was trying to math out how to get out and figure it out, and it was just like, I don't know what to do. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a good one.
Aren't all accountants criminals? It sounds like it.
Actually, in the real world, the accountants are we're the blockade against the
Yeah, I was gonna say,
the criminals.
given how strict the board is for keeping your accounting license
we're the checkpoint. We're the gatekeepers
of sanity.
Yes.
Yeah, it's funny.
All right, number 5.
Oh, hold on. I missed it. Where'd they go? Number 6. Lock Up.
Never heard of it.
Ooh. Haven't heard of that one either. Ooh. If I put Isle of Cats on my list, Hunter can put Dune on his. Oh my gosh, we just went off the BGG dates. Here we go with the across the border of a year thing.
My number 5.
Semantics.
My number 5 is Wingspan, which if you would have told me at the start of the year that Wingspan would be higher than Tapestry on my list, I would have told you you're crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, before I actually played either of the games.
Well, he probably would have told you you were crazy, but this time you would have meant it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But Wingspan it's just a great game.
Is it?
I just in isolation, my isolation. I enjoy the game quite a bit. I like the engine building. I like the combos. I like the resource management. I like the different paths to win. I like doing achievements. You have each round you have an achievement you're trying to do. You have tons of in-game goals you can shoot for. I love that stuff. And then what pushes it higher up on my list is the whole family enjoys it.
Yeah.
It's a family favorite, and that just makes it all the better.
It does. Katie and Nessa ate that up and enjoyed playing it multiple times. We played it with. In fact, they enjoyed helping teach it to other people, which usually it's hard to find a game all 4 of us.
Right, exactly.
Because we all have really different tastes in games.
Right.
It's really interesting, and I think that was solid win. Good job, guys. Yeah, I mean, they deserve every award they get.
Really, if you take a step back and look at it, like this may not be my kind of game, but it's got a lot of depth to it.
It really does,
and it's so simple to learn.
It's one of those easy to learn, but difficult to get a good strategy down.
Yeah,
right?
The hardest thing I guess to really understand is the whole when you put a new card down, they fire off. All of them fire off every time you put a new card down. But that's in a lot of games. But people that aren't used to that, they go, well, okay, I put this card, but I get to use all my cards.
Mm-hmm. It's easy to help people remember that, I think, too. So.
Well, it tells you stresses in the game that you put the card, your little token, and you basically move it across each card and do what the card says if it has an effect or not. But Wingspan's an amazing game. The expansion was kind of more the same, but more the same's fine, I guess.
Yeah. Chopping onions. Oh, yeah, I think that time that we had somebody in tears was because we were playing at like 10:30 at night and it was way past somebody's bedtime. If there was any tears from playing that game. Unless it was your tears, Hector, I'm not sure.
Hector does cry a lot.
Yeah.
That's number 5, Wingspan. We'll talk about it more in a little bit.
But it's a good one. It's a good one. So we're at, did I see? Oh, somebody already mentioned their Wingspan was on their list too. I thought that was cool. Very cool. You cried when you totaled up your score, Nathan. Nice. Yeah, okay. I was trying to see if I missed any. When the chat flies, I don't always catch everything. All right, my number 5 is Parks. Man, if you would have told me that there was going to be another national park themed game that I would enjoy equally well, I would have been like, really?
Yeah, but this one's very different.
It is. It's quite different. And delightfully so, honestly. Because at first I thought, it's going to be more of the same. It felt like, it's going to be... It looked at first glance like it was going to be super light. And I was like...
It's kind of light.
It's light to medium.
No, it is light.
Yeah, because you're collecting resources and you got to kind of... It's got more resources to keep track of. You got little bits to mess with, I guess. I don't know. But, again, they did, I think it was over 30... No. I know there's over 30 artists. There's probably way more than that. I can't
I
remember
think
now.
every card had a different artist.
It was like, not quite, but close. Yeah, it was like over 30 artists. I know there were over 30. It might have been over 50. I can't remember. There was a lot of artists in it. So there's all these different, unique, beautiful pieces of art for all the different parks. And you know me, I'm a sucker for the good art anyway. It's cool because they're highlighting the parks again. But what you're doing and how you're going through in different cycles through each round and collecting, you got a plan where you're going to go. It kind of has like a Takanoko kind of movement to it. You can't go back once you go forward. So once you move, you know what I'm talking about?
Kind of, but
Yeah.
Takanoko is a straight line.
Well, this one is too, basically.
Yeah.
You're progressing through, and you pick which resources or items or things you want to do with each turn and get the different cards, and you get in different resources, and then, of course, you're going and visiting the park and paying the resources to go do that. And it's just really well done. I think it's heavier. I think it's closer to medium because of the way each round you are putting different cards in and different things. So it's a little bit much for someone
My
who's brand
medium
new
is
to
not
it.
someone else's medium.
Exactly. So it's medium. But it's on the lighter side of the medium, and it's awesome. Well, yeah, I've played a lot of games. It's a lighter game. But if you're not used to that, and this is the kind of game you could introduce to people, it's a medium weight game for that. I wouldn't just throw this down randomly. But love it. Absolutely love it. It's got cute little bits. The production's just great on it. And I think they did a good job bringing the theme into it with, how they, you move your little workers and everything. It was really cute.
You're not
So.
workers, you're hikers.
You're working on that hike, let me tell you. Especially on some of those parks. Woo!
It's alright.
But yeah. So yeah. Did I say Takanoko? I meant Tokaido.
Yes.
Ah, that's why you're looking at me cross-eyed. You could have
Yes.
told me. Okay, yeah, Tokaido. I'm talking about Tokaido. As you're going in a linear fashion, you move forward, but you can't go back. And once someone goes there, you usually, unless there's an exception card, you can't go to the same spot. So
Use
it's
your little
very
torch or
much
something,
like
your
Tokaido.
campfire or whatever
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah. Good catch, peeps.
Ah, yeah.
But yeah,
I didn't know what
Tokaido.
you were talking about, like the panda moving.
No, not the stupid panda. It's the cute little.
My number
traveling
4
game.
is one of the ones we played this weekend.
Ooh.
This is one of the ones I audited and edited.
We're on fire tonight.
Because it went from my number 6 all the way up to number 4, and that is
Yep.
Paladins of the West Kingdom.
La, 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 la.
We played that game and it was fun. It was fun.
Mhm.
I forgot how much fun it was.
Yep.
It's like a logistical nightmare.
It is logistics, the nightmare.
Yeah,
I
it's
like that.
it's
That's
really
funny.
cool. It's I don't know if it's unique, but it feels unique in the fact that your worker placement spots, for the most part, there is some shared spots that show up later in the game, but for the most part, your worker placement is happening on your own player board, and you're effectively blocking yourself from spots.
Yeah. That's basically it. It's greatness.
You have your own set of workers. You have your own worker placement spots. You put your workers on the spots, and then you have to. There's an action you can do once per round. You can pray. Well, you potentially do it more than once per round by doing some combos.
I
But
pray every game.
you pray, and
Pray I
then you
don't
take your
lose.
workers off that spot so you can go to it again. So you're effectively blocking yourself.
Yeah.
And then there's the whole timing of it, figuring out the timing. Okay, if I go here, wait, I need to have a more powerful action, so I have to go here first. And you're basically planning all your little workers out. Where are they going to go, and what order am I going to do them in, and what workers am I going to get later on to trigger other actions I need to do?
Yeah. It's
So
kind of like Orleans in a way when it comes to mapping out your turn, right? Because you gotta color code your dudes and everything.
Yeah, it has I think 5 different color workers that have they're better at different things. You have like a generic worker, and you have one that's mainly like they're used for praying and monastery actions, and then there's ones that are for attacking. Yeah, and it's just really cool. You draft your workers at the start of the round. It's just it's a solid game. It is officially my favorite of the 2 West Kingdom games, Architects and Paladins. Paladins, by far now, after we played it again, is better. I enjoy it better than
Makes
Architects.
perfect sense.
I think Architects would be better with more than 2, but Paladins works just fine too because, like I said, your workers' placement spots is on your player map. So it doesn't really matter how many players are playing the game.
That's true.
I mean, there are some shared spots that you share.
But you share it.
Yeah.
So, not that big a deal, right? So yes. Oh, and Outer Rim. Oh, see.
Everyone keeps saying that.
Everyone's talking about Outer Rim. It sounded like it's pretty
but your
solid.
anti-Star Warsness turns me off from getting Star Wars.
I don't mind it.
That's why I haven't bought Rebellion.
Over it.
That's why I haven't bought Rebellion yet.
I'd play Rebellion with you though. It was a good game.
It was a good game.
And everybody's raving about Outer Rim. It's Firefly-ish, but not a re-theme. Ooh, it's different enough. That's cool. That's cool.
That's pretty cool.
I like Outer Rim.
All right, what's your number 4? What's your 4?
Cool.
What's your 4?
Ooh.
What's your 4?
You know what, Nathan? Your number 4 and my number 4 are the same. And that is Paladins.
Which is my number 4.
I know. Of the West Kingdom. Honestly, yeah. This is by far my favorite of all of those. The Architects, what's the other one? Raiders.
Well, Raiders, that's a different.
I know it's different. It's different, whatever. It's all the same art and stuff. This one's the best. Of those 3 games that I've played, this one's my favorite.
Yeah.
And I just absolutely love it. I'm glad we played it again, because we were talking about, let's play something that we want to play or we're going to be voting on or something, and I picked this one.
Yeah, it got bumped up my list.
Yeah. And the only reason it's not higher, you'll see why when you see the games that I absolutely love even more, a little bit higher. This one's right there. Man, it's just so good to puzzle out what you're trying to do and how you're going to do it. And with the, what I think's fun too is it's not really bag building, but the way the cards come out. So 2-player, you get 3 cards out and they have different combinations of different colored meeples, and then we each pick a card, and that's what you're with. Instead of pulling randomly out of a bag, you're just getting whatever the cards happen to have that round. Plus, you get to choose a card that has 2 meeples on it and some random action benefit discount something on it for the round. So you end up with 6 meeples total. And I really like the fact that, okay, I can pick, and for the most part kind of determine what at least 2 of them are going to be, but it's a coin toss what cards we're going to get. And then we have to deal with what's there. And there's the purple ones. You didn't really talk about those. The
Jokers.
The Jokers. The Jokers are wild.
They're called the criminals.
And there's a reason, because they give you things. You get
suspicion cards.
You get suspicion. And sometimes you get money with the suspicion, which is cool. At least there's something you get as a perk, right? Or you get didn't I get 2 of them? I'm pretty sure I got 2. Whereas no money. You're just suspicious, apparently. And then you're like, oh man. And then you have to get rid of those or you lose victory points. Yay! And so it's like,
no, the suspicion doesn't give you victory points.
No, but the stupid debts and stuff do. If you have a bunch of those at the end of the taxation period.
No, it's the Inquisition.
Oh, the Inquisition. I always forget the terms. Yes.
No one expects it.
No one does. But when it happens, you better not have any suspicion cards, or then you're going to end up with a bunch of debt. But the cool thing about that is you get this debt. There's actually a way that you pay it off, and you flip it over, and you can get a victory point.
Right. Instead of losing 3,
it's like you turn over a new leaf, and you're
so
like,
it's kind of like...
I did rob from you, but you know what? I'm going to give some of that money back to a good cause.
Yeah, it's kind of like riding the wave, right? The risk wave, because
it's crazy.
Suspicion gives you money, debt gives you negative victory points, but if you can get suspicions and get rid of it and get your debt flipped over, it's like you're almost a benefit, right?
I'm a reformed person, and now I'm making money in victory points. Yeah, it's just funny. It's a great game. Good game.
It's a good one.
Good times.
It's a good one.
Good
I'm looking forward to
playing it again. Yes.
What's the new one called? There's a new one coming out.
It better be amazing because it's going to have to beat Paladins. I'm just saying.
Alchemist? I don't know what the name of it is. I forget.
You have intrigued me.
All right. My number 3. Number 3 was mentioned earlier.
It has. Can't imagine.
Reavers of Midgard.
We all knew this was going to be higher up on his list. Cause...
love this game. This game is so much fun. It's not as good as Champions.
Why not?
Contrary to what some people think. But Reavers is a really solid game in and of itself. It's much more Yuri than Champions. Again, you can still do the dice combat sort of thing, but you can also just treat your dice as resources and use those resources to win the combats instead of rolling the dice randomly. Which sometimes is more beneficial. You may have a lot of strength, so it may be better for you to fight. Other times you might just happen to have the right combat to do those things. And then it has all these other Yuri things going on that you can do. It's set collection, and there's things you can go up and get victory points. There's all kinds of different victory points, pointality type stuff. So champions with the combat randomness dialed back just a little bit and more Euro put in its place. So the rumor is, and maybe not a rumor, maybe this is the truth, that Champions is the combo game. Reavers is the more Euro game, and then there's supposed to be a third one in the series that's more combat, more Amerithrashy type game, where it's more attacky and more stuff going on, and that's the theory. I don't know if it's someone said that or if it's just a rumor. Or I heard someone say that.
Look at you spreading rumors.
Maybe I'm spreading a rumor. I don't know. But it makes sense. You have a hybrid. You have one that's more Euro-y, then you have one that's more
Thrash it.
the other way, right?
Yeah.
So less Euro and more of the attacking and combat sort of thing.
Viscounts.
Viscounts, that's what it is. There you go. I don't like an alchemist.
I don't know. It sounds fun.
I don't. Alchemist.
That's next. That's next because they're going through all the jobs,
I think they're doing sets of 3. So there's 3.
So then what's going on with the stinking old Raiders, man?
There's 2 other games that aren't as good, so I didn't get them.
Oh, so it's you.
What?
I don't know.
What does that mean? But if you enjoyed Champions and you want a little more Euro going on, more Euro-y stuff, then Reavers might be a better game. But if you don't want randomness in your game, you don't want Reavers because you are rolling dice and stuff like that's going on with it.
You win some, you lose some, right? Ah, no.
All right. What is your number 3?
Okay, so my number 3. I was trying to see if there was something else. Nope, I missed it. Okay. My number 3 has been mentioned before. We've discussed it a lot, so I'm not going to talk much about it, but it's Wingspan. This game, you guys know me, I don't play solo games, and I like Coffee Roaster, and I like Wingspan. Good grief, these 2 are fun to play solo. Shocking. I mean, I don't usually like to play a lot of solo games, and this game plays great. 1 player plays great. 2 player plays great. Max player, it plays great. 3 player, it's fun to teach to people. It's fun to play over and over again. It's easy to set up once you've started. There's just so many good things. The art's amazing. The little eggs are fun to goof around with.
Is Wingspan the only game you've played solo that's not designed to be solo?
No. Oh, wait.
I think that may be the only game that you've played solo that's not a solo
It
game.
might be, yeah, because I just don't have an interest in doing that.
I think all the other games you played, I mean, some of them are 2-player.
I've tried.
But they're really designed to be solo games.
Yeah.
Like
No.
Onirum's
They're also designed to be solo.
is really meant to be solo, but you can't play a 2-player.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know.
But
why
yeah,
you
you
played
played Onirum, you played Coffee Roaster, you played Friday.
Mm-hmm. And I played the other Onirum stuff. Yeah, Cillian. And, but yeah, I've started playing, tried to play solo some other games. I don't even remember now which ones they were. And I just was like, eh. And I quit. I didn't even do them. I just didn't enjoy it. Soloing's not my thing. Because I guess if I'm sitting by myself doing something, I'm going to read or crochet or do something, I guess. I don't know. I do not understand the logic behind it, especially as much as I like board games. But, yeah. I mean, to me, that says a lot because...
You kind of tricked into playing it solo, though. You were kind of trapped.
Well, yeah. Well, that's usually a motivation right there. Sick kid in a room. Yeah, I was at the hotel with sick kid, and I'm like, cool. What am I going to do right now? But I had a book and stuff. It's just like, wow, this was a really fun game. And I was looking at it going, oh, you can play this solo. Why not? And we had just played it. And so I threw down, and then I ended up playing like 3 games of it in a row because I had nothing better to do at the moment. So, no, I like it a lot. It's actually pretty fun. So, good stuff.
All right.
I'm just saying.
My number 2. Oops.
Ooh, hold up before you go number 2. Number 3 for Xeris is Horrified. Man, I want to play that.
I'm actually, even though it's a solo game, I'm actually interested in playing that.
I want to play Horrified. Yes, everybody's talking about that one. Nemo's War. See, favorite solo game. Ooh. Yeah, see, Hector, I love Coffee Roaster. That's a great game. I was trying to see Cosmic Encounter solo. You would, Tommy. Making deals. He's a traitor to himself. I could see it. Okay. Funkoverse. Ooh, man, you guys are throwing out some good ones that we haven't played yet. Okay. All right. I don't see any others that are labeled. Sorry,
All
I'm trying to keep up with the audience
My number
participation.
2 is Clank Legacy.
Well played,
Oh.
sir.
That game is fun. It's just a big giant box of fun.
Big old box of fun.
I don't know what to say more than that. I like Clank. I enjoy the game quite a bit. It's somewhere in my top 100, probably towards the middle to the bottom of it, but still it's in my top 100 for kind of a lightish deck builder game in my opinion. Light. But Clank Legacy just takes it and just puts like an improv comedy show. It's like you take Clank and get some improv comedy, mix them together, and it's just the stuff that happens is hilarious. The story is very interesting. The campaign, it feels like, unlike a lot of campaign games I play and legacy games I played, this one really feels like you're progressing, you're doing new stuff, you're exploring new areas. You
screw up and the company gets mad.
You're doing more different stories that your actions actually have an effect on the building of the game world you're in. It's so good. It's what a legacy game should be. It's what a lot of games like Maracaibo and Near and Far. You feel like you're accomplishing things. It feels like you're making mistakes and your mistakes are causing problems. It just really feels like you're involved in the world, and a lot of games don't feel that way. The only ones that do that are the Pandemic Legacy games. Give me that same kind of feeling. But this one is not. I mean, it's challenging, it's difficult, but it's hilarious. Whereas Pandemic Legacy is more stress and dealing with problems and, oh my gosh, the world's just closing in on me. This one's like hilarious. You're doing these hilarious stories and funny things, and it is just a really good game.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time just going and doing the stories and not progressing the game. It's because you have goals and missions for every round.
Side quests.
But there's so many side things. I'm like, oh,
and they're ludicrous.
I could end the game, or I could go over and do the side quest. Oh, we're gonna do the side quest. This game is just.
In fact, we kind of almost silently agreed that we were gonna like take turns doing side questy things sometimes, and not end the round so quickly, just so you could do that.
I love it. Man. I love it. We're gonna hear more about it shortly.
Don't know what you're talking about. My number 2 may shock you because you probably thought it was my number 1. Just saying. But it's Res Arcana. Oh my goodness. Love this game. I want to play it right now. Want to play this game right now. We've already pretty much talked about it. It's just... I like cards. You get this cool little, like you said, 8-card deck. It's got some crazy mad combo power in it. And
you hope it does.
Yeah. If not, you need to finagle your way into making it work somehow. But there's stuff going on, and you're buying cards and pooling resources, and sort of you can subtly attack other people, but the most you're doing to attack people is taking away resources, maybe. I'm trying to think if there was anything more dire. I think it's mostly stealing the resources.
Not really. Stealing resources or cause them to spend resources.
Yeah, causing them to spend. Tapping a card maybe to have them counter you. I did. I don't care. Come at me,
apparently bro. You can say that now. Apparently
I said it all along.
No, I'm saying I think other people can actually use it. I think it got overturned or something. I don't know.
Because it's garbage.
Maybe I'm crazy.
Garbage rule.
Maybe I'm
whatever.
crazy. Maybe I heard that
Nonsense.
somewhere.
No, I think you're right. I heard that somewhere too. If not, people are just crazy. But no, love.
They're asking why you hate Res Arcana now.
Man, you guys are just as bad as he is about being trolls. Yep, it's my number 2. It's First Loser. I love this game. And every time we finish it, I'm like ready to play it again. I was like, shuffle up, deal, let's do this.
Yeah, I don't think we ever play it once. When it's just me and you, we
usually play it twice if we can. If we have the time.
We at least play it twice.
Oh, it's so much fun. So much fun.
Yeah, right,
but you don't know what number 1 is now.
Everyone knows my number 1 because it was my number 1 last time, and it's my number 1 again. Look for it up in my top 10-ish area.
Town of the Shrimpy Elbows?
City of the Big Shoulders.
Oh, you mean that game you haven't Shrink? Yeah, you must love that game. You haven't even played it. That is a monster. Stormy, husky, brawling. That's what it says.
It does.
Just,
What does that even mean?
it has to do with the poem it's based off, I hope.
City of
Otherwise,
the
it
Big
sounds like a
Shoulders.
terrible
This
romance
game was
novel.
built for me. The designer came to me. I'm just kidding.
What? What just happened?
Basically, I love 18xx games. I enjoy them quite a
You
bit.
do. No one would ever guess that.
But my least favorite part, and it's a lot of people's most favorite part, but it's my least favorite part, is dealing with the little tracks. Like, okay, I need a curvy thing that goes this way and splits off this way and connects this way and this can. Oh well, I can't connect that there and this and then you got to figure out your routes. Like you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and adding and just. I enjoy that part, but it's not my favorite. I like the stock market. I like the business end of things, managing the money and that sort of stuff. That's the stuff I like. See, the Big Shoulders lets you do all that, and then in place of the track, building the tracks and doing all the track stuff, you have a heavy Euro game built in where you got worker placement and things going on like that. You're doing tracks and things and stuff. Not tracks, like tracks. I don't know. Not tracks, not train tracks.
Tracks?
Tracks? I don't know.
What? Help.
See, the Big Shoulders is awesome. So if you enjoy heavy Euro games and you want a taste of what an 18xx game is like, this might be the game for you.
Actually, I do recommend that. If you watch, I don't even remember which one it was. Fairly recently, we were talking about the 18xx game that I finally played, and playing this first was a huge help for me because it helped me understand how, basically, like he said, everything but the track stuff worked. So when you have company money versus your own personal money, who does what with what money? The first time we played this, I was like, so I'm doing this with this, and they're like, no, the company buys that, and I'm like, at first it took me a little bit to get around that, but now it makes sense, and it's easier to do it when you're just working on that, right? Just manipulating that, and then you go to the 18xx stuff, and you're like, okay, I already got this part down. Thank you, City of the Big Shoulders. It's just, It's so cool. This is a great way to get into it. I
really think the person that designed this had the same feeling about 18xx games. So it's basically an 18xx game without the trains. Yeah. You're running companies instead of running trains. Right. So I love it. It's great. It's not out of strength because Rebecca won't play with me. What? That is a lie. She won't play the game with me. She hates this game. It's not even in her top 10. That's true though.
It's on my list.
Yeah. Okay.
It's right here. See?
Because you played it in 2019.
Rude! Oh my gosh.
Alright! Rebecca's number 1. I'm surprised. I'm a little surprised that you're number 1.
You shouldn't be surprised at this. So, before we do that, Nathan's number 1. Cartographer. See, so many people are talking about cartographers. That's another one. Yeah, I know. You're like, meh, whatever. Poo-poo to you. Poo-poo.
Poo-poo to you.
Poo-poo. Madara. I've never heard of Madara.
I want to play that game. I want to play Madara. It's a Euro game.
Well, that sells it.
I don't know. I haven't looked into it. I need to dig into it more because a lot of Euro gamers are liking it. So.
Ooh, that's good times. Good times. Ooh, man, you guys have some good ones. Okay. So now 18 Chess Peak. Yeah, James.
That's 2020.
It's 2020. Otherwise,
yeah, it would be on the
I like that one. I like that one a lot.
And On Mars, I think a lot of people mentioned it earlier. It's 2020 as well. The Kickstarter didn't fulfill until 2020. So it's a 2020 game.
So is that? I was gonna say, how does BGG decide how they put that stuff in there?
Randomly.
Okay. So there you go. We're all debating about the dates for this, and we're going off of the site that's like, we'll do this. All right, my number 1. We've had lots of build-up, drum rolls, everything else. No one's guessed it, which I think's funny. Xeris, you know what? You and I, we're on the same boat. It's Clank Legacy. Oh my goodness. Okay, this was officially, like, all the other Legacy games, Clank Legacy for me. Like, that was
agree.
Like, rip-roaring good time fun. Like, laugh out loud at crazy stuff happening, really fun moments. Without spoiling too much, you're working for a company and it's fantasy based, this whole realm and stuff. So there's hilarious scenarios, issues, problems. All of it's got this funny fantasy twist, and the humor is just spot on. I can't describe it well without giving away plot points, unfortunately. But it's fantastic. And like you said, there was little fun surprises, goofy side quests, antics that ensue, repercussions if you're not doing too well at your job, and rewards, sort of. Again, I want to talk about this game so bad because it's so dang funny. But I don't want to spoil any of the really cool stuff. So if you've played it, and we want to be like, hey, you know that one part? And we're like, yeah, that one part? Yeah, that was really awesome. I will totally chat with you about that. But I'm not going to spoil it for you because it's totally worth it. And it's one of those games where if you were to do that and we were to just crack open and start over again, I'd be fine with that. That's a game.
I'd totally play it again. Because you're going to end up with different results. Because you're going to do things in different orders. You're not going to complete some missions. You're going to
You may not want to just to try something different, right?
But you're going to win some that you didn't win before.
That's true.
You're going to lose some that you won before. It's going to change the board state. Everything's going to be different. It's very very, very unlikely that you're going to have a similar experience next time through.
I just love the goofy twist they did with the whole company thing. Again, I could talk about it for like 10 minutes straight and can't because I don't want to ruin anything, but it's so dang funny. I love all the punny, stupid ideas they do, making fun of company policies in a fantasy world and whatnot. It was fantastic. So, and it's Clank, and it's a good game. Again, it seems like the most successful Legacy games that we're playing with are the ones that are based off of a game we already kind of know. They do some fun tweak with it, right? And do something fresh and new with the storyline. But it's based off of something that we're already kind of familiar with. They're my favorite. And this one just hit it out of the park. It's fantastic.
Yep. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Well, there you have it. There is our redone list from 2019. As expected, is very similar to our original list. 9 of my 10 games made my list.
Wow. But we really, really liked those.
And 8 of your 10 games made your list.
Okay, what were the 2? I'm curious.
Century: A New World was your 7, and it
Yeah.
dropped off. And you were only one carrying the torch, and now you're not carrying it anymore for Orleans Stories.
Oh, I gave up trying to sell you people on it. Whatever. Y'all are a bunch of haters. Bunch of filthy haters.
So you joined the masses.
No, I'm not joining the masses.
lemon.
I'm just not even going to talk about it.
Diving off the cliff
Y'all
with everyone
suck.
else.
I like that game. No, Clank Legacy just like...
My short list was only 2 games. Orleans Stories and Glenmore 2.
Wow.
That's it. I had 12 games and...
Oh, man. My short list was ridiculous.
I only have 12 games.
Yeah, Century was actually in my top 15. Monster Baby Rescue. Tapestry. And the other one that we didn't talk about yet, I'm pretty sure it was 2019, was The Crew. Right? Isn't that 2000?
I looked at it and it didn't make my list.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just off my list, too. Really, really liked it.
I mean, I enjoy the game. It's great, but it's not like... I'm not like, whoa, that's an amazing game.
I had silver and gold on there, too. It's just lower down. I know that somebody was talking about it earlier. Any news on Pandemic Legacy Season 3? Have you heard
I think the rumor is it was supposed to be this year, but it may not be now with the whole...
Well, they might be feeling sensitive about it, too. I could see them...
They may push that
worried about how that would be received, yeah.
But even that aside, I'm sure it's gotten... everything's getting delayed because of the...
How could it
the
not
world
be?
situation right now.
Yeah. Well, you know what, though? Honestly, like, in the grand scope of everything, this is kind of a good time for it to happen as far as a board gaming perspective, because, man, the last few years have been insanely good. So whatever you got at home is probably going to entertain you for a lifetime. If we had to stop buying games right now, we'd be fine. I mean, how many of you would be in the same boat? Exactly. Amazing games. Yeah, it's a bummer we're not getting to do any new, fresh stuff, but at the same time, wow, revisit some of these good ones. This is a good time to revisit some of the good stuff you haven't played in a while.
I guess I'll go through the list quickly from last time, just so you get an idea of what's
curious.
swapped around.
Yeah, let's move around a little bit.
So for you, your number 10 was Escape Plan. It's now your number 6.
Yeah.
Rome was your 9. It became 8. Parks was 8 and became 5.
Yeah, because I played it again. And
Century:
like,
A New World dropped off, as I said.
Yeah.
Paladins went from 6 to 4.
Yeah.
Reavers went from 5 down to 9.
Yeah, because
Orleans Stories, you gave up on that fight and knocked it off your list.
Yep.
Clank Legacy went from 3 to 1. Wingspan went from 2 to 3. And Res Arcana went from 1 to 2. So your 1, 2, 3 are the same, just in a different order.
Yeah. Not surprised.
And mine, Res Arcana was my 10 and became my 9. Escape Plan was my 9, became my 7. Tapestry was my 8 and it stayed my 8. Wingspan was my 7 and became my 5. Orleans Stories dropped off the list for me as well. Dune went from 5 to 6. Paladin stayed at 4.
Yeah.
Clank Legacy went from 3 to 2. Reavers went from 3 to 2. So they swapped places.
Oh, that's interesting.
And City of Big Shoulders stayed number 1.
Just one. Is that 2019?
18?
I want to say that's 18.
But it wouldn't have made my list anyway.
It might have made mine. Possibly. Because I just saw that Hector was asking in the chat, and I want to say it was the year before. Am I crazy? 2018, yeah. That's
18.
why. Yeah, it was 2018.
18.
Starcadia Quest, yeah, that's our 2020
It's
game
going to be
too.
2020, yeah.
Yeah, we've got that down there.
Dune's the number 1, yeah, not Dune the movie or the book, maybe, not the game.
Maybe the game.
Oh,
Try it again. You know what? Our first reunion board game.
That's
crack out.
When we finally get together, that'll be our first game we play.
Play Dune.
Here's what we'll do: we'll play Dune, and then we'll play Rex after Dune
to compare
the two.
That's funny. So 4 2020 games so far, Zaris? Yeah, it's
I don't know. How many 2020 games have we played?
I don't know. Have we?
Yeah, we played several.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm with you guys. I don't feel like I don't even know what day it is half the time. I have to stare at my phone like 5 times a day.
I bet we've played at least 10 2020 games. At least.
You think that many?
Yeah.
We play them early
Maybe
somehow?
I'm crazy.
I think you're crazy. On Mars is 2020? Okay. On Mars. Whoa, you're flying. I can't read.
Oh, that's not... I didn't do it right. Hold on. I didn't do the search right.
Okay.
I fail at BGG.
Uh-oh. Your BGG Kung Fu is poor, sir. Grasshopper. What are you doing, man?
There we go.
Boring. Okay, Gloomhaven. Oh, wait. What?
No, oh,
What are you doing, dude? That's 2017.
it reset everything.
Fired.
Oh, man, I am not good at this.
Fired. You get to watch Hunter get fired live.
Who's going to do the tech stuff? Wrong.
I'll figure it out. Who's going to do the tech stuff wrong?
There we go. I officially have it now.
Woo! Okay. Oh, 18 Chess Speaks of 2020?
I played 4 games, and one's an expansion.
Ouch.
I played 3 games. Rebecca's played 2.
I've played 3, if you count the expansion.
Oh, you got the expansion, yeah.
So on Mars, we've played that, which, by the way, that's a good game.
It is a good game.
I won't play that game right now.
It's a good game.
That thematically, I think, may beat Escape Plan. That's saying something. And then you played Eclipse Second Dawn for the Galaxy. Ugh. You were not a fan.
I'm done with Eclipse. Sorry, folks. Sorry.
Aww.
I'm done.
18 Chess Peak, surprisingly good.
I liked it. It's my favorite.
I am.
Nah, it might be my favorite 18xx game.
You were enthusiastic because I liked it.
Well, yeah,
so.
I gotta hype it up for her. Best game ever. This is
oh
awesome.
my gosh, so much balloon. And then we just recently played Role Player again, but with the Fiends and Familiars, and that was really fun. And actually, we'll have a discussion about that on our.
Yep, next time we'll talk about that. Next time we'll talk about that next time.
Interesting.
Yep, only 3 games and 1 expansion.
Yep, throw the chat up so I can see if there's any other questions, because I was looking to see people were asking like when was what and. New movies. I haven't even looked at movies this year. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad. Let's see here. Yeah, see, it seems like there's not a lot of 2020. There's not a lot of access now, right? So that's pretty hard. Anyway, that looks like that's all the major questions, I think.
All right, folks. So next week, next Tuesday. Next Tuesday will be our variety show. We'll talk about games that we played and do all sorts of other shenanigans and tomfoolery. I am trying my best to get motivated to learn how to do this virtual convention.
Yeah, we should do that together.
I need to sign up for the virtual convention. I need to learn how to use this Tabletopia thing and this board game events website and all this stuff. I'm going to do it.
You're gonna do it.
This weekend. I'm going to do it.
Okay.
And then next Tuesday, hopefully I'll give you details and maybe we can figure out a game. Maybe you guys host a game and we'll come play your game because I don't know how to do any of this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I've never used Tabletop Arena, Tabletopia. I've never played any of those things before, so I don't even know how to install it or anything. So I'm going to have to learn.
I'm going to do that. Well, you said that there's a whole video.
Yeah, I mean, Tom did a chat with Eric from Eric. Yeah, Eric. I think his name's Eric. Eric. Yeah, from
BGG.
From BGG.
Yeah, he's super nice. I like it.
And they kind of went over how to sign up for the virtual con and how to schedule events and how to do Discord and all this other stuff. So
yeah, we should play that again.
But yeah, I need to figure out how to do all that stuff because I do want to go out and play and maybe maybe host something. I don't know what I would host.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. It'd be fun.
But yeah, I'm trying to get motivated.
So if you guys are doing that stuff too, let us know.
So yeah, if you were going to
stuff.
BGG Spring or if you were going to Dice Tower Con East, Dice Tower East, you can get in free. You can basically get a $10 discount to sign up for the virtual con, and it costs $10 to get the base package. There's other packages that gives you goodies and freebies and things like that are more expensive. But you can if you weren't going to those. It's only $10.
Jeff, that's his name, Jeff Anderson.
Jeff.
Thank you.
Eric's the news guy. For BGG.
Okay.
I was watching a video with him on that. That's why his name was in my head.
Yep.
Jeff, yeah. It was a really good demo. He kind of went through everything, how to sign up, how to do things. So I'm literally going to start that chat over with my computer and have it on one screen.
I'll watch it.
Have on the other screen. I'm actually going to sign up for everything and get going on that. Cause
Nathan, I feel that. He says if he had the time and the money to do the online convention, he'd host 5 games of Paladin a day. I like that. Tommy said that he could help you play a game in practice this weekend.
Yeah, that's what I was actually going to ask Tommy, and I think David also. I don't know if he's in the chat. David offered to teach us how to use that. Cause
go team. It's a team effort.
I haven't done that. And
that's right.
There's lots of cool. They're gonna be doing game shows and werewolf. They're gonna do. Tom's thinking about hosting a Zoom werewolf session. I don't know how that's gonna work.
It's not gonna work. You made a noise.
You're like looking at the people around.
I know. I was like, how do you do that exactly? That's funny. Oh, how is Nessa's painting show? That's hilarious. I know. I'll work on her. Someday she should be painting minis, have her own show.
I need to mentally just bite the bullet and say, I'm going to paint stuff and it's not going to be perfect.
And just let it be.
But it's going to be better than the gray, the gray blobs that are on the board.
What? It's semi-relaxing too if you let that part go. It can be a very relaxing thing. You just don't go for the perfectionism. I would probably be on, I'd be on board with painting too.
Yeah.
We'll just flip on the camera while we're doing it so y'all can laugh
pick a game that we don't like very much.
Oh, wow.
We'll paint that one.
And then we'll give it away someday.
No, basically, you take all your games and you rank them that have miniatures, and whichever one's at the bottom, that's what you start with. And by the time you get to your best favorite games, you're
actually pretty good.
You're going to be pretty good at it.
So we're going to start with something like Frog Riders.
Yeah.
Where it just doesn't matter if you even paint that. I like this. This is getting better and better. Painting.
Yeah, so next week,
I don't know if she would do that on camera.
Tomfoolery.
Yeah, she gets kind of camera shy. She should do something like that, though. It'd be fun. She has some very creative color schemes.
Yes, she does. I like her stuff.
Yeah. In fact, I was going to say, that's not her first mini. This one's pretty wild. He's a wild guy. Yeah.
I don't know what this is. This is a Warhammer.
I think he had Warhammer.
It's like a cleric. I don't know anything about the Warhammer universe.
Does it say on the bottom?
No.
Oh, okay. I was just curious.
It's one of the Crusaders.
Mechs versus minions, because the minions can look like anything you want. There you go. Right? Oh man. Yeah, there's quite a few games that have, like you said, just unpainted minis that'd be perfect to start practicing on. Nothing else, old Monopoly pieces. No, I'm just kidding.
I have an old box full of Army Men I was practicing on.
Oh, yeah, the Army Men. Yeah, but they're not very detailed.
No, I got.
Oh, you got something you're going to show us? Show and tell.
No, I had the ones that I was going to paint.
Oh, you should show us the ones you did paint. Cheater. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, it is. It's an expensive thing to do. Get
So
the paints and stuff.
For like,
That's true too.
I don't know, it was a couple bucks. I got this big giant box of plastic things.
Oh yeah, you got weird crap
Like-
though. He's got like, okay, this guy's cool. He's got. This is like the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Little guys.
Yes. I guess kind of a lame Godzilla gorilla hybrid. I'm not sure what that is. He has some weird ones like bats and
Little
zombies
spiders.
and like, yeah, he's got spiders and like, you've got some weird.
This thing.
This thing, he got cat hair everywhere. This little guy, rawr. That's right, you got some weird ones. Where's that? Is that a soldier? You got a little archer dude too. Oh, he's cool. There's so much cat hair. Cats must have gotten it.
Anyway, I bought this big box to practice painting on. I never got around to
This
doing it.
zombie's got like a screwdriver in his eye or something. I don't know what's going on.
So little guys. So I was gonna practice on these, but I never got around to it. So
Nice. That's fun. That's fun.
someday.
There you go. Yeah, we'll just have to start cracking into a game. That's a good idea. I'm telling you, Frog Riders. Just leave the base color so you know what color it is. Yeah. Paint those frogs.
All right,
All right, crazy people.
Let's roll out of here. We'll see you guys next week.
It was good to chat with y'all. It was fun. Thanks for sharing your lists. We shall see you. We shall see you soon. Bye.